Hey everyone, I'm Monkey, and today we're going to be covering NPC quests. Here I have Orion, and Orion has a quest. He says, I bet you 500 money and 3 diamonds that you can't make it to the top of the lighthouse, stand on the golden plate, and return back in 15 seconds. But I already know you ain't good enough to do that. And then he has a little smirk face here. And then we have 2 buttons here, start timer and I'm back. If I go ahead and say I'm back without starting the timer or doing anything, he says at the top left, sub to Monkeychan on YouTube. No, he does not. But he actually says, you take me here for a fool, try again. And if I go ahead and say start the timer here, boom, it says, you've already completed my challenge. Now go away, because I've already completed his challenge. Let me actually make it so I've not completed his challenge. So let's quickly do that. Haha, that's funny. All right, now let's go ahead and start his quest. And now he says, you get 15 seconds, go. And now I have to make it to the lighthouse all the way there. And now you see the timer is going way slower than actual seconds because my server world is lagging. But as you can see, this is really impossible. I can't make it here. And the reason it's lagging is if I just go into here, you'll see why. Anyways, let me quickly get some gear and stuff so then I can make it to that tower and back. Okie doke, so I'm gonna go inside here and I'm gonna talk to Jacob. And my special honey brew will make you start buzzing around like a bee. I'm gonna quickly get that. So then I got this nice, beautiful elytra. And I'm also gonna give myself my ultimate skill ability, which will go ahead and let me, whenever I use my ultimate skill, run super fast and give me a firework that I can use with my elytra. So now, if I go over here and talk to Mr. Orion again, start the timer, you get 15 seconds, go. And I start going, I should surely make this now, right? Yeah, I got this. Now I'm just gonna land here, get on the pressure plate, and then I gotta make it back. Uh-oh, 5 seconds. Uh-oh, 4, 3, 2, uh-oh, I'm still not gonna make it, what? Alright, so I'm totally not cheating this so I can actually do it. But I got a lot of time left. Totally did not grant myself way more time than necessary. But now that I'm back at Orion, and I go ahead and say I'm back, he will say, what? How did you do that? Fine, here's your reward. Because I legitly did it, totally. And if I go ahead and start the timer again, he says, you've already completed my challenge, now go away. And like I did before, I will go ahead and teach you how to remove that. And you saw the command earlier, how to remove that. But it is a one-time quest kind of deal, but if you want to change it, you can go ahead and change it in the commands later on. And also you'll see that I went ahead and got 3 diamonds from him. And I also got 500 money. You can see as my money jumped from its previous score to now 638 on the right side of my screen. But if you guys want to go ahead and edit everything and make your own NPC quests, well, let's get started. Before we begin, make sure you go ahead and type out these 3 commands inside your chat. If you already have a command room with the ticking area at the bottom, you don't have to go ahead and add that one. But if you don't, I recommend making command room, standing in that room, and typing in that last command, or just go ahead and place it where you're going to be putting down your repeating command blocks. Anyways, let's go ahead and also grab our command block and our NPC. To grab your command block, go into your chat and type in /give @ command block, and then go ahead and also either /summon an NPC to do that, or go ahead and /give @ spawn egg 151, and you'll get the NPC spawn node, which you can go ahead and spawn your NPC. Now let's get started creating our little timer action bar down below. To begin, go ahead and open up your chat and type in /scoreboard objectives add timer. You can go ahead and add like another thing, like the name of the NPC, Orion, and then you can go ahead and type dummy. You don't really have to add the Orion, but if you want to have multiple NPCs with multiple different timer scores, it's probably preferred. But since I'm just going to make one, I'm just going to go ahead and name mine timer, add dummy to make it an objective, and then send that in. At the top left, it will tell you that it added timer, but since I already have it in my world, it says it already exists. Alright, next up, place down 2 command blocks, and we're gonna go into this first one here. Put it on repeat, unconditional, always active, delay and ticks on 20, and then you're gonna be typing in this command, /scoreboard players remove @ timer 1. Now go ahead and replace timer here with the objective you just created, and then you should be good and set to go. Alright, next up we have over here, we have our action bar. Now the action bar is gonna be on repeat, unconditional, always active, and a delay of ticks of 0. And this is what this command looks like. It may look a little complicated, but in the description down below, you can go ahead and copy and paste it, so you don't have to do much. But if you did make a different timer objective, just replace the 2 timers, this one right here, and this one right here. If you want to change what the text is displayed, it says time left here, and if I look down here, it says time left. I can go ahead and change the little text from here. So in between this quote and this quote, I can change the text. You may also see this like section symbol and then a letter after it. This allows you to change the colors of the text. I have a little bug popping up showing all the colors if you want to go ahead and mess around with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and change this to time remaining. So let's do it like that. And now if we look there, time remaining, and you can see the number. And then if I was to swap it back to time left instead, here we go, time left, it would go ahead and swap back. And then over here, you'll see selector at S. If you want to remove it saying your name at the beginning, where it says my name, MonkeyYT118, then just go ahead and remove this comma to this curly bracket right here. So go ahead and remove this section right here, and then you'll see that leaves. And if you don't want to get rid of that random space, backslash here adds a space. So if I was to remove the space, it would go ahead and remove that space. And if I was to add like a backslash in between the time left here, backslash n, it would go ahead and put the time at the top and left at the bottom. But I don't really want that. I'm gonna revert everything back to how it was, and then we'll skip to making the NPC. All right, so begin by getting your NPC and placing him down. NPC. You can go inside of them, and while you're in creative, you get this little NPC character dialogue menu. You can go ahead and rename the NPC. I'm gonna name her Martha, and then I'm gonna give her this texture, and then I'm gonna go into Martha's dialogue. Now you see here that we can go ahead and edit the dialogue and say, let's see what quest we should do. Let's go ahead and make the exact same similar type of quest and say, run into the saloon and press the button at the at the crafting table. Then return to me in, I don't know, let's give ourselves 25 seconds. That's way too much time, but we're gonna give that as an example. Now we're gonna go ahead and exit out of that dialogue, and we're gonna go into advanced settings here. Now we're gonna go ahead and add 1, 2 commands. And then we're gonna add press both on the button mode on each one of these. The first one, we're gonna go ahead and have as our start command. So we're just gonna go ahead and name it start. And if you want to do it just like I had in the beginning, you can do start timer. And you can color it if you want by putting the section symbol like so. So let's go ahead and do, I don't know. Yeah, we'll just do that one. All right. Oh, hello, hi, I'm not Discord. Okay, let's not worry about that. Anyways, we're gonna put a section symbol here as well, and let's go ahead and say I'm back as well, just like I did in the beginning. So, I'm back, like so. And then let's go ahead and put in the commands. I'm gonna quickly go ahead and copy it from Orion over there, just to move over here real quick. Okay. Now I've finished going ahead and copying and pasting the 2 commands that we need. Now, each one of these look pretty dang long, so I really recommend going into the description down below and copy and pasting the commands, and then just editing the parts that I tell you to edit. So let's start off with the start timer one here. Here we go. The first few commands, if you look here, is basically /titleraw, /placedown, /scoreboard, /tag, and /titleraw. If you don't know how NPC command stuff works, it's basically an impulse command with multiple chain commands after it, with each command being like a different lines and whatnot. That's sort of how they work. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and start off at the top here, the titleraw at initiator command. This is what's gonna go ahead and say something in the chat when we go ahead and start the command. We can also see here, tag equal exclamation mark Orion Quest C. This is the thing that's gonna make it so then when we restart the challenge and try to do it again, we can only do it one time. So if you want to make the quest repeatable, just go ahead and delete this. But if you don't want it to be repeatable and only be a one-time quest, leave that in. Anyways, since this is Martha's quest and not Orion's, we're gonna go ahead and name this Martha instead. we're also going to change Orion's name to Martha here, since this is what's going to appear in the chat. We're also going to say 25 seconds instead of 15 seconds. And then we're going to go ahead and change all these other tags to make it so it's only one time to Martha instead of Orion. We're also going to set the timer here to 25. Make sure to switch the timer objective to your respective timer objective. We're going to go ahead and make this tag at initiator remove. We're going to switch this to the crafting table reach, since that is our objective. There you go. If your objective was to collect 3 ender pearls, then you could say ender pearls collected or something, or 3 ender pearls collected. Actually, no, you wouldn't do that. You would do something different, which, if you know how to do that, do it yourself. It won't be covered in this video. So we're just gonna go activate a redstone command, collect the tag, and create this. Hope that wasn't too confusing. Anyways, let's continue on. Let's go ahead and change the rest of these to Martha and Martha, and we'll just leave the exact same dialogue here. Now, when we go ahead and talk to Martha here and start timer, it'll go ahead and say at the top left, you get 25 seconds, go. And it has Martha's name. All right, now that also sets our time to 25 seconds. So if I was to also start it again, it'll set our time to 25 seconds, and that will drop ever so slowly because the world is lagging. And then we'll get to our second command. So get to this one here and copy and paste this one. Now this one, 100 times longer, but we're still gonna go through it all. So the first one here is going to be the one to say that we completed the quest, and it's gonna tag if everything is correct. So we're first gonna change this from Orion quest to Martha quest. This is just a one-time thing. And then scores equal curly bracket timer equal 1 plus. This is going to detect if the timer is above 1 second. If it's not above 1 second, then we failed the quest. So if your timer objective is different, replace the timer, like how we have been doing before. The next thing here, the tag equal tower reach. Let's go ahead and change that to the other tag of crafting table reached, and then add completed. Then we're gonna do our titleraw here. We're gonna switch this Orion quest here to Martha quest, and tag equal completed. Everything looking good there. We're gonna change this titleraw little text symbol to Martha here, and we're just gonna keep the same exact dialogue. I'm not gonna mess around too much with it. The next command here is a play sound command, so I'm just gonna switch out the tag here to Martha quest. Then we have the give at initiator. This is going to be what's going to reward you in the item currency. So if you want to reward players with items like diamonds, then you can go ahead and do this command. And I'm just going to switch to the Orion here with Martha. And the diamonds, let's go ahead and make it so she gives 5 diamonds. Actually, let's make her give emeralds instead. So emerald 5. All right, next thing here, scoreboard players add at initiator. And this is going to be for if you have a currency that you want to add to. So just keep this one in if you want to add a currency. Switch this to Martha quest. Everything's the same here. Change your objective to your currency. So if yours was bananas, if yours was money, you would replace cash with money. Or if it was lowercase, let's make sure it's lowercase too. But since mine is cash, I'm gonna leave it as cash. And then the number here, you can edit. If you wanna make it 5,000, you wanna make it any number like that, go ahead. I'm just gonna leave mine at 500. The next thing here is gonna be a tag to add the component, the tag that we have been marking as Martha Quest C. So that the quest, once we complete it, we can't do the quest again. If you want to make it so the quest is repeatable, remove this one and all the other tag equal Martha Quest C, basically. So remove that if you want it to be repeatable. All right. And if you guys need help with anything or are struggling, make sure to comment down below. I'll try to help you out. And if you want further help, join the Discord. Go ahead and create a ticket. And I recommend sending me a video of you going through all the commands, all the stuff, and I'll try to look and see what the problem is. All right. Next thing here is titleraw at initiator, and this is all looking good here. All we have to do is just change the Orion to Martha. And then the last command here, we don't have to change. This is just what's gonna remove the completed tag. That is just gonna activate all the other tags. All right, so now when we go ahead and start the timer, we'll see you got 25 seconds, go. And say we are back, I'm back. She says, you take me for a fool, try again. And that's because in here, her final one here, you take me for a fool, try again, the tag is exclamation mark completed, meaning we did not complete the quest, because we did not get the tag saying that we did it. And to get that tag, we need to get that crafting table tag, which is up here. Crafting table, reach, add, completed, so we get the completed tag. So what we gotta do is go ahead and add that tag. So I'm gonna quickly leave my camera here. Camera add as clear. And now we can go ahead and move to the crafting table all the way over here. And what we're gonna do is basically make it so the player can get that tag. So we're gonna grab a button, boom, like so. And you can make this look prettier, but I'm just gonna make mine look really simple and really basic. I'm destroying my world. This is really sad. Let's just put that there. All right, /give at as command block. And we're just gonna go ahead and place that command block there. And then we're gonna go ahead and do something as simple as /tag at p add, and then crafting table, table reached. Then we're gonna go ahead and put it in here. And then when we go ahead and press this, let me make sure this is on previous output so you can see. Press this, it will say here, added tag crafting table reach to monkeyyt118. So then when we go over back to Martha over here, we can go ahead and see here that now we have crafting table reach, add completed. When we go ahead and say I'm back, well, she's gonna say you take me for a fool, because we need to start the timer. But if we go ahead and do it again, I'm pretty sure she'll say you take me for a fool. It's because in her first command here, if we went ahead and restarted the quest, it will remove crafting table reach right here. So let's go quickly grab the button again. So go back here, press that, and then go back to her. Martha, talk to her, say I'm back. She'll say, what, how did you do that? Fine, here's your reward, and she gives us 5 emeralds. And if we were to talk to her again, I'm back, you take me for a fool, try again. And if we were to start the timer, you've already completed my challenge. Now go away, since we've already did it. Now I hope you enjoyed today's video. If I did not cover the type of quest you wanted me to, go ahead and comment that down below so that I can make a video on it. And if you guys need any help or any more instructions, make sure to join the Discord and submit a ticket showcasing a video of everything in this that we did here today, so that I can hopefully help you. I also do recommend maybe asking my community first before asking me, but that's totally up to you if you want to get a 10-hour response time from me. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing having a great night, a great evening, a great saloon, and are subbing to Monkeychan like at the top left. But anyways, like always, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!